Good morning, 8:36. You're watching Breakfast Television, and today our community spotlight shines on McDonald Youth Services. Lisa Salter is a therapist with the Specialized Individual Placement Program and joins us now. Good morning.
Thank you for having me.
So you play a fairly unique role within the organization that you serve support staff as well as youth. Tell us about your job.
Sure. Like you said, I'm a therapist with MYS, and I've been here for 4 years, and my role is really twofold. It's to support the staff in working with the youth, as well as helping the youth develop relationships with the staff, which is really the crux of the whole program, is the development of relationships.
So how exactly are you working with these youth? What types of things are you doing?
A whole host of variety of things. I mean, typically when you think of the word therapist, you think of somebody who's in an office sitting there, you talk about your feelings and you go into these deep, dark places. And I really like to focus on providing the youth with opportunities to develop relationships and work on the occupations that they want to work on. I'm an occupational therapist by trade. That's where my education comes from. And occupations is all of the activities in your daily life that you want to achieve. So that's my role, is helping them to figure out what they want to achieve and how they can achieve it.
What do you want people to know about these kids?
These kids, they're kids, and I think lots of times people forget that they have labels, and that's what's perceived. I think the young man that you showed on the spotlight this morning from the Independent Living Program is a great example of who these kids are. They're resilient. Absolutely, they've had some really unpleasant things that have happened to them in their past, but they are strong and they can come through it and they can succeed, and we've had lots of success. I mean, I think our greatest indicator of success is the fact that these young people recognize us as a support network and a safe place to be. We've had lots of young people who, even when they're not in the program anymore, they return to us to celebrate the great things that are happening in their lives, or maybe they need a little bit of extra support. And that's one of the most rewarding things about, I think, the work that we do.
Well, and the relationship with the support staff is so vital because you guys are working hard to empower these youth.
Absolutely. We want the youth to have a say in their life. We want them to be successful, and the most important piece of having their success is having them invested in the process. That's why we feel that it's very important for them to have ownership over their goals and be really the driving force behind what's happening in their own lives.
And I love what you guys say is that you're focusing on the positives of these kids, because everyone has positive traits about them.
Absolutely. Everyone comes in having strengths. Sometimes they struggle to recognize those strengths, and it's up to us as the staff team to really remind them of these are the really great things about you, and how can we use these great things to help you further yourself and your life.
Well, and that makes them feel good too. And so there's so many programs and services, whether you are in an immediate situation, a crisis situation, something temporary, more long-term. Brittany Bagnall, our web producer, has been live at the Portage location looking at transitioning into adulthood and how the programs can help you do that, because it doesn't stop when you're 18.
No, and I mean, we focus on the relationships, and just because you turn 18 and you're not in care anymore, the relationship doesn't end. And like I said before, I think that's the most important piece. We have lots of staff who on their own time have gone with the young people who, when they're having babies, and they're the support for them when they're actually in labor. So the relationship, I can't stress that enough, that's the key piece to the success.
Lifelong relationships. Well, our community spotlight on McDonald Youth Services continues after this quick break. Stay with us.